Hey everybody, it's Matt. I have a new video for you guys today, something a bit new, and I wanted to see what everybody thinks. We have an exclusive reveal for Transformers, the card game today, and we just finished doing our Wave 2 release, so everyone here in Canada is pretty excited. I assume everybody's pretty excited, and let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'd like to give a shout out and a huge thank you to Wizards of the Coast for providing these cards. They're for the upcoming Wave 3 set Siege that is based off the War for Cybertron series and toy line. So, let's get into the reveals. Alright, so our first card that we're going to look at today is Basic Combat Protocol. This is a fantastic utility. Adding utility that gives you bold can really help with any aggro deck, and having multiple currents of bold can be crushing, especially when you're running aggro. It would be a solid addition to any bold focus deck such as Cars, Bugs, a heavy orange specialist deck, and it could be used in Metroplex, but that's taking up a slot for possible better cards. I feel that if you're going to be using this in like Draft or Sealed, it is a common card so you can pull it pretty often, and as building a deck that is sealed really relies on getting orange flips and the damage out so you can win. It may affect the meta if played in the right deck, especially if you can play multiple upgrades on a turn and swing for quite a bit of damage. For example, if you played the card Swindled and then drew into it and played it and then dropped a grenade launcher or perhaps even a flamethrower or even a power punch. Cards like these where bold stacks can really show the effectiveness of playing an orange deck, and with Basic Combat Protocol, you have a lot of options. Another thing to consider as well is that so far we've really only had one upgrade that's given us Bold 1, and that is the White Pip Combat Training card that we received in Wave 1. And with Jaws of Steel being so specific to Dinobots, this card really leaves a lot of options for cards that want to play lots of bold features. Alright, so we looked how the card works within the meta and how you can deck build with it. But what about character interactions? So one of my favorite characters from Wave 1 is Jetfire Air Guardian. He did not see a lot of competitive play, but he did see quite a bit of play around our local events, friends decks, and decks that I made myself. Now, he's an Autobot, he is 10 cost, and he's a plane. Now, when Jetfire flips to his bot mode, he has a unique special ability that's only been accessed through him so far that we've seen. When you flip to this mode, put an armor or utility from your scrap pile onto this character. And we can go ahead and fetch Basic Combat Protocol if we've flipped it from our defense or our attack flips and put it onto him. So that'll not only access or give access to Jetfire to give more bold when he flips back to his alt mode and attacks, but also it'll give us ways to provide out and give out more damage to our opponents from that card. Another card and interaction we can look at with Basic Combat Protocol is Bugs. Every bug that's been released so far from Wave 1 has been fantastic. Scrapnel, Ransack, Chop Shot, Kickback, Barrage, they're all great. The ones from Wave 2, we're not going to really apply to Basic Combat Protocol because the other ones are more of an aggro focus. Barrage has Bold 2 when an opponent has damage on him, when he's in his bot mode. Kickback, you get to flip a ton of battle cards depending on how many Insecticons you started the game with. Chop Shop can steal weapons, and it's fantastic in a low upgrade Bugs deck. Ransack gets more damage on him. He deals more damage with the more damage on him. In Scrapnel, he's great for just stalling. And having Basic Combat Protocol on any one of these characters and giving more attempts to get bold and more damage out will really hurt your opponent's characters and help you win the game. So there's that for those character interactions. Alright, and last but not least, let's talk about this great artwork. Look at your boy, Blowpipe, running the gauntlet as explosions just fall around him, lasers flying left and right, him firing his big old gun. That's some pretty rad artwork. And what's kind of cool as well, if you look at the actual artwork for Raider Blowpipe, the card, in his Battlemaster form, he's got a walkie-talkie there, but when you flip to his upgrade mode, when he's the weapon, you can actually see where he's being held like that, where on the handle of the gun, that it's Soundwave that's shooting him. So it'd be curious to see if this card, Combat Protocol, like that, will work on Raider Blowpipe and have some interactions with him, especially since he has Focus 1, and how Raider Blowpipe may be an alternative to using the spies that you're recommended to use with Soundwave himself. Alright, so we have our next card that we're going to talk about, our second exclusive reveal, which is a card that I'm a huge fan of, Anticipation Engine. It is our first weapon that has no attack value. It has a white pip, And it says, when the upgraded character attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an action, you may play it. How great is that? Think about all the potential that you can use this card for. The art of the name implies that you want to play this in a deck that either has some bold, perhaps even a list that has a high attack character such as Optimus Prime, Battlefield Legend. He would absolutely love this card. You could also kind of play it on specialists, though we want to avoid the shenanigans that happen with swap parts, so hopefully this card will see lots of play. Now, looking at how the way the card is designed, you can go ahead and trigger a lot of cool abilities. Though you can't trigger bold from it, you could potentially help with an attack buff card such as Leap into Battle, Press the Advantage, the bigger they are, heavy-handed, or even some type of actual hand removal or an upgrade removal. There's plenty of those that are out there. Then think of other cards like, Bolt of Lightning and, Plasma Burst, Zap, Marksmanship. All those cards are great. So with this card, you have to be very careful how you're playing it. The white pip will help with bold and tough decks so that if you do flip it, you're going to get some more actual defense or attack. But it being a card with no attack value, you're going to want to play it on a card that has a high attack. So maybe Inferno, Optimus Prime Battlefield Legend, as we mentioned before, Nemesis Prime, and some of the great cards from Wave 3, such as the new Optimus Prime or Megatron. Now, looking at how this card is designed, the artwork is fantastic. Personally, I really want to play it on Major Prowl. Major Prowl is a new card that came out that's 10 stars. He's ranged in both of his mode, and just think of the interaction. When Prowl is in his bot mode, and when he attacks an enemy that has a weapon, you do 2 damage to that enemy. So, let's say, for example, we play Anticipation Engine on Prowl, and then we swing and we play Supercharge on him. So, we attack and we flip our cards. And let's say on our first card, we flip a Bolt of Lightning. We're going to be dealing 3 damage from the Bolt of Lightning if we choose to play it. And then if we're attacking an enemy with a weapon, that's an additional 2 damage. That's 5 damage. That could potentially take out, a character with already some damage on them, or even, knock off a bit of damage onto a character that you're working on. Either way, it's a great card. I really love the art. I think it has lots of ways to kind of just, include in either casual kitchen top table decks, even competitive decks, but even better in limited, sealed, and draft. Pulling this card in draft will not only help you win the game, but for the fact that you can slap this down and play another card that you included in your small list is going to be awesome. I really like this card. I think it has a lot of potential, and we'll only see in time, how the deck develops and how this card plays out. With the most recent reveal that Wizards provided for Metal Detector, it's going to be quite cool to see how Anticipation Engine and Metal Detector interact with each other, being that when you attack, you can play either the action or the upgrade that you revealed. Metal Detector is a card that says, when the upgraded character attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an upgrade, you may play it. It is a near mirror of Anticipation Engine, and the fact that it has a green pip so that it's fetchable, and with a black pip for Pierce, means that it will probably see some play. And I'm quite interested to see how these cards work together in unison. So those were my cards for my reveal for Wave 3. I hope you enjoyed the video. And a super mega ultra big thanks to my partner for helping me with this new video format. We do hope that you like it. And if you'd like to see some more Transformers content other than the deck techs I've been doing, just let me know down in the comments and we'll try to get that out to you. There's a few more things we should probably touch on before we go. First of all is I have a new series that'll be coming out sometime later this week, which is called Make This Character Playable, where we go over a character that hasn't seen a lot of play and finding the partners in a deck that works for them. Even though it may not be competitive, it'll sure to be a lot of fun when you bring it to the table. Also, I know that people have been giving some deck tech requests, so I'll be sure to go ahead and comment and let you guys know about those videos that are coming out. Check back for extra giveaways. Also, how about that new organized play in sideboards? The fact that we're getting sideboards, 10 cards, all those photon bombs that are just filling up in your binder, they're finally going to see some play. And with organized play coming out here and a lot more prize support, it's just great for the game. Also, we want to thank Wizards for providing the exclusive new card reveals. Make sure you check back to the channel and that you subscribe for more Wave 3 coverage, deck techs, and fun, funky gameplay videos. Be sure to let me know what you think of these cards in the comments down below. Don't forget that Wave 3 drops on June 28th this month. And as always, thanks for everything, guys and gals. Peace.